Welcome back YouTube to my channel, Bonsai David, all about bonsai. Now I'm smack bang in repotting season, and I'm just going to start on some of my bigger tridents to get them repotted. I've mentioned in some of my videos I've still got these to do, some of my bigger tridents. This is more in a growth phase, it's not really in a refined phase, whereas I'll show you some other trees in a refined phase. You can see lots of branches out here. Now it also will need to be trimmed back, which I'll do today as well, so you can see how I'm going. The only one I won't trim is this branch here. It's quite large. Now the reason is because this tree was field grown, it's got a lot of wounds, and this branch is coming from this side. Now I want it to come out of this side, so I am going to try and approach graft this branch into this trunk. I'm not going to do that today, that's for another time. That's why I've left this guy long and strong. I want to actually bend that right in, drill out, carve out this area here, so that will go in there and they'll hopefully grow together and fuse together, and then I can cut that off and I've got a branch coming from here on the trunk into this spot here. That's where it's neat. I could wire that, but it's coming from the back and it's always going to be a problem, so I'm going to leave that, leave everything on that so it's really strong and healthy to grow, and I'll be carving that out from springtime and try and get that grafted. So I'm not going to do it today, but I'm going to give the rest of the area a trim. This needs to be fully wired, hasn't had a wiring before, all it has is had a trim. So I will get some trimming done quickly, just to reduce. So all it is reducing back to nodes. So this is, so from here to here, that's quite large and ugly, so that's going to come off. So I'm going to cut back to a smaller node. So for example, I'm going to cut off back to there. So yeah, that's how much I'll take off. So just let me check you guys can see, because it is a big tree. Yeah, you can pretty much see most of the way up to here. So let's just go through it very quickly. This is how quick I work. Always back to, so I've cut that all back to smaller, so you can see the smaller. Hopefully you can see the smaller left of branches, because I don't want to have long internodes. So I'll try and show you close up of what I mean. I'll do this branch, I guess. So let me try and come in, hopefully you guys can see. There's no bud at all along here, and then there's a bud here. And there's no bud along here, and then there's a bud here. So what you want is bud, 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 bud. Now that's never going to grow a bud there. So I hope that makes sense. So that's why you got to cut back to a bud. So I'll cut back to, for example, if this was grown from the trunk, I'd cut back to here. So there's buds there. So that's what you cut back to. So that's what you pretty much do. If it's a long internode, there's no point. You want to keep short internodes. That was still too long, so I'll leave it for now. Sometimes if you want to grow a branch in a certain space, then leave it. So this branch, this one's coming out from here. I'd like to just get a bit more thickness in this branch, so I'll leave that. Whereas this guy, I need to start ramifying, so I'll cut that back. Where's that branch? Oh, that's in the front. Okay, that's interesting. Just gonna move this guy around. So we could eventually, instead of this, we could use this guy to wire him down. Let's see if I can get him out. Wire him down and into this plate spot. Yeah, that's a possibility too. But because it's in the front, it's never going to look that good. I'm probably eventually going to take this off. But because there's that branch there and that branch there, kind of looks like a bar branch. It doesn't look that nice. So we'll just keep this for now. I'll just reduce it. Doesn't need so much. So I'm just going back to a bud. So that's how much you cut. That's how much I would cut off. So you can see it's much finer now. Now if that was wide out, it would look much better. As I said, I'm going to leave this main guy alone. I'm not going to touch him. He's got a big struggler there. So I'm going to leave it all because I want it to be as healthy as it can be. So then there's this branch up here which is starting to get quite thick, but this has a lot more buds here. Bud, but it's straight. So we need to actually come back because you want some some angles and some bends happening. When you get big heavy ones like that, they pretty much come right off. You don't want things that go straight up into the air. So now I'm going to start to get refined, so it should get shorter and shorter up here. The reason I do this before I repot is because you don't want to touch the tree. You don't want the tree to be moving in the pot when you're cutting. So when I'm cutting, I'm spinning, I'm turning, I'm knocking the tree. So that's pretty much why you do that. You do the trimming first, so you don't knock and bend the tree and knock the tree over. Knock the tree, move the roots, so the roots are trying to recover. So yeah, so kind of that's pretty much it. So you can see the difference. You just have to ignore this branch. It's kind of getting caught in everything, but you kind of ignore that branch. Yeah, because that will eventually come down. I'd like to come down into there somewhere and be a shorter branch. So there you go. It's a quick snap of where things are at. Actually, I don't know. I'm going to get rid of him. Because this guy will keep growing. So that looks better. Alright, gonna grow this guy out. So there you go, now I'm going to start getting repotting. This is a wild tree. That's going to be very solid again. It's a solid mass. So I'll just film up to the point of getting this out, and then I'll do a time lapse of me trimming it, because trimming the roots, because this is going to take a while. I can really feel it. I think it's been in this pot for 2 years as well. We'll just see if it's tied in. Yep, tied in. I have no idea where it is on the top, so I'm just going to cut it from the bottom. So they're getting a bit heavy, these trees. So I've got actually 2 bigger ones that I have to repot as well. It's going to be fun, but I'll show you them as well. And then that will be it for my tridents, I think. That's the last 2 that I have to do. I'll use my spatula to go in. I think this has a root, does it? Feels like it's got a root. You can see all the moss. Now I'll clean up the trunk when I get this out. Oh, there it is. There's the rubber. Typical trident fashion. It's full. Nice and full. There we go. Even the mesh has grown into it. Can't get it out. Okay. There you go. Nice, full, healthy Trident Maple. So have a good look. I'm going to do a speed run of this to try and show you quickly how I go through it. Now I'm going to try and clean up some of this moss too, just to show you the nice base. You can probably see how big that base is, but let me clean it up. So really all I'm going to do is comb a lot of these roots out. I'll do a quick little... Sorry about the grunting, but it's hard work. I just need to put a glove on because this morning was quite cold and my hands started to get very cold and frozen. So really I'm going to be combing these roots out like this. So if you haven't seen my other videos, it's going to be combing these out and then cutting them off. Now the soil mix is just falling apart, which is great, which is what you want to see. Fantastic healthy roots. Yeah, love it. So that's what I'll pretty much do, and I'll do a time lapse and you guys can see me work. Alright, enjoy. Alright, so we're back to this video. I've reduced the root ball and washed the roots. Again, nice flat base. I've already prepped the pot with wire and soil. So this doesn't hugely matter exactly where I put it in the pot because I'm still growing this tree on. So I'm puffing a bit because the tree's been heavy and there's been some dirty work. So as always, I'm going to twist and work it in. Yeah. Now you can probably see, now I cleaned up the moss, you can see the root spread, and the bari looks quite broad. Eventually I want it to make more finer roots around, so it's pretty much one huge base of roots. There are some roots growing around there, so it should be good. Just let it keep growing naturally in a flat environment. So yeah, that's pretty set, pretty easy. Let's tie this tree up nice and tight. There you have it. Just make sure it's slightly coming forward to you, things like that. But it's got a lot of wounds. It's still got to recover and still got to heal. So that's predominantly why it's such got to grow on, and we're not too fast with positioning in the pot, etc. So it's a little bit loose. So just make sure it's tighter. Just tighten it up a little. There we go. Now just top it up with my soil. Now sometimes I just use my hands to work it in before I use the chopsticks. Give it a tap and wiggle. So let's work it in with the chopsticks. So it's pretty much rinse and repeat every single time. I haven't done anything different to even my other trees. Like you've seen my repotting, it's always pretty much the same process over and over and over again. And that's why repotting, even though it can be a bit boring, not really, because you're always looking for different things. You might see something different in the tree, you might see different roots, but you know what I mean. It's a repetitive process. There's not too much creativity. Creativity is what I really enjoy about bonsai. And imagination and creativity in designing a tree and styling a tree and coming up with something interesting and visually pretty, visually nice. So push it back for you guys so you can see. Now I'm going to give that a wash, pot of wash, and we'll water the tree in, and then it's pretty much finished. Another tree done, and I've got 2 more big tridents to go. I always leave them to last because they're always a bit of work, those tridents, these 2 big ones that I've got. Well, I think they're big, but yeah, reasonably sized, pretty much a little bit bigger than this tree, but yeah, you'll see what I mean. But hope you guys enjoyed another video. I'm going to give this a rinse and I'll show you how it looks nice and clean in a few minutes. Okay, so nicely watered in. See the big wide base it's got. So that's all done and dusted for another year, or maybe 2 years for this guy. So when you hold the tree, you get it all dirty. Damn it. Oh well, there's another tree done, another Trident Maple done. This one is in progress, tree in progress. But I hope you enjoyed it. Same process over and over again. You know, repotting is quite hard work as well sometimes when you've got big trees. There's some roots that came off this tree, a lot more as well, but I've already thrown them in a pile of rubbish over there. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed another video of mine. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so you can keep getting updates of my new videos. See ya.